Layer 1 cryptos are historically the best performing projects in the crypto market because if you look at Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, like many of the projects in the top 10 are Layer 1 projects. And so if you're able to find these projects early, you've been able to make life-changing gains, make hundreds of millions of dollars. And we've talked about a number of these projects on the channel before. Like we've talked about Avalanche, a project that launched a few years ago. We've talked about this project for 3 years now. And the project launched just around 3 to 4 years ago. We've been talking about it since 2020. In addition to this, we've talked about for Cardano for years and years. And so now I've been looking at a Layer 1 project that hasn't launched a token yet, but it recently just launched its devnet. And it's already seen some pretty impressive numbers in a very, very short period of time. Over 1 million transactions in just 2 weeks since launching its devnet. And the project is called Somnia. This is a project that we've talked about 7 months ago. And I said, look, it's the next major L1 crypto. And at that time, they hadn't even launched any token, hadn't launched their devnet, but I saw some real potential in this project. Now that we start to see some big numbers come in, we're starting to see a lot of traction, I want to do another video on it because it's a project that you really don't want to miss out on. If you're looking at Somnia, Somnia is a project that already has over 300,000 followers on X, and it's followed by some of the biggest names in the crypto space. You can see that just the other day, they said, look, Somnia's devnet prototype DEX is live. Try it now. It says swap tokens, create liquidity pools, mint any tokens. And you can see they just launched this on December 3rd. In addition to this, they also have launched their devnet, which we could see if we go ahead and look over on the devnet explorer that they've had over 1.3 million transactions in just a couple of weeks as well. So if you're looking at all these numbers, it makes me very, very excited about where this project is going in the future. And once they launch a token, like how much potential it really has. So if we're looking at Somnia, some of the basic things about its blockchain, if you haven't seen our previous videos, is that Somnia is the fastest and most cost-efficient EVM Layer 1 blockchain. It's capable of processing over 400,000 transactions per second, which you could see right here, and it has sub-second finality. So all of these things are very, very bullish if you are a developer, if you are invested in the crypto market, because you can see 400,000 TPS, EVM compatible, ultra low cost. It's a real blockchain. All of these things are very, very exciting. In addition to this, Somnia's new multi-stream consensus enables sub-second block finality, which if you get really technical in crypto is very important because it allows for higher transaction throughput and all of the developments and all the back-end technologies with Somnia, which you can see all on their white paper and all on their documents. You can see that everything about it is all about making their blockchain faster, more efficient, more secure, just overall making it a more fully functional blockchain than anything else out there in the crypto space. They're trying to avoid having down periods like we've seen with Solana. They're avoid trying to have high fees like we see with Ethereum. They're trying to avoid all these issues that we've seen with many other projects. And it says, look, it's suitable for serving millions of users, building real-time mass consumer applications like games, social applications, metaverse, and more. So like all of the things they're doing are about real-world applications for the blockchain, for the crypto space. And so if we're looking at what's going on with just their overall blockchain and what they're doing, there's really a lot of things to be excited about with how they're trying to attack building a Layer 1 blockchain that is really focused on consumer applications and mass adoption long term. So you can see they talk all about mass consumer and real-time applications. You can see how now with their devnet being live, this is something that is also extremely exciting in my opinion. So if we go ahead and click launch devnet, it's going to bring us, you can see devnet explorer, and it's also going to bring us right here. You also have to go ahead and connect your wallet, but once you do that, you can see all the details. It says explore and build on Somnia devnet. The Somnia devnet is open to the public for testing during specific hours with an indicator showing its active status. Developers can apply for whitelisting, gain access to the devnet along with advanced tools for building. Public users can test the block explorer, MetaMask wallet, and accessible decentralized applications like DEXs and games using the native test token of the devnet STT Somnia test token. So you can see they have all these things going on with their devnet, and despite it just launching 2 weeks ago, seeing over 1.3 million transactions, and if we refresh the page, we can see look, 1.3 million transactions since launching is just unheard of, especially that it's not even a mainnet, it's just a devnet. So that's something that is really, really exciting in my opinion. We could also see that in addition to having this DevNet Explorer, if we go ahead and look on X, we can see what they said about their DEX, which we briefly touched on already. But with this DEX, it's called Somnia Swap. This is part of the DevNet, and you can see that you already could go about testing this out. You could swap tokens, create liquidity pools, mint any tokens, and it's very simple and easy to do. So seeing again that we're seeing this many transactions makes me so excited about the future of this project when it does launch a token and seeing what they'll be able to do. They've raised like hundreds of millions of dollars. If we go ahead and look, we could see that they raised $150 million to establish M2. You can see how it says, look, Somnia is developed by Virtual Society Foundation. It's an independent organization that was initiated by Improbable. It's a British startup that has been the forefront of building blockchain and virtual worlds for over a decade. And this company had received initial funding from M Squared, who raised $150 million in funding from some of the biggest names in the entire world, like SoftBank. We could see like DCG, CMT. We can see it's like by some of the biggest names in the world. So seeing this connection with Somnia just makes me so excited about where it's going. Last thing I do want to talk about is going to be with their quests, because recently we could see that they just introduced season 3 of the quest. So Somnia Points Season 3. And if we go ahead and look at this, we need to go ahead and connect our wallet. And once we go ahead and connect our wallet, we just have to reestablish this connection. Let's do that real quick. We can see that it says, look, embark on your Somnia journey, complete tasks, earn rewards, and climb the leaderboards in the Somnia ecosystem. You can see it says your stats. We just logged in right now. We can see it says I have 1 completed task, 0 Somnia points, daily multipliers is 10%. So you can increase all of these numbers by simply go about clicking start questing. And then with this, it's ultimately an incentive program to reward users for participating in the Somnia ecosystem. And by doing this, you're going to be developing more and more points, more and more rewards. And when they do launch a token, this is going to be very beneficial for whoever's been most active, most engaging with the overall ecosystem. So you could just go ahead and look, Somnia DevNet Odyssey Socials. You could go ahead and click on that. This is one of the quests. You'll see it says Somnia DevNet Odyssey Socials. You can see exactly what it says. You can go ahead and link your Twitter account. We'll go ahead and connect our X. And once you link your X and you go ahead and make sure you're following them, like that's going to be more points, more rewards that you'll generate as part of the quest. So right now there's just a lot of exciting things going on with it. So even though they don't have a token yet, it is building one of the fastest and most efficient EVM Layer 1 blockchains that I have ever seen. We've been talking about this project for 7-8 months now, and if we're looking at when we did our last video, they've made so many major improvements and developments. They've rolled out their DevNet. They've rolled out this DEX, which you could test on their DevNet. They've had more opportunities for quests to earn rewards and earn points. They've just been doing so much and gained so much traction. I think it's about time that we do another update on them, and I'll make sure to keep you guys in the loop when they launch a token, when they have more updates, because this is something that I think could be, competing with the likes of Avalanche, the likes of Cardano, the likes of Ethereum. Like, this is a product that has a real potential long term.